of the most annoying memories of my childhood, waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning in a school day, shine or rain. You have to wake up at 7, do your bed, go eat a hard-boiled egg, drink your milk, go to school, come back home, do your homework, have lunch, go to the practice, go to bed, sleep, and repeat every single day. The same goddamn routine as if we were in the military. And at that time, I promised myself, I'm going to grow up, I'm going to be free and irresponsible, and I can sleep anytime I want to, I can eat anything I want to, I'll have chocolate and cake for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and nobody's there to tell me what to do. I'm not going to be doing homeworks, and I'm not going to be reading books, and I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to. But I grew up, and I matured, and I learned that disciplined routine is the magical recipe to achieve and accomplish any dream or any goal, no matter how hard or impossible it is. How are we going to do that? Let's find out. Hello, beautiful people. This is Diana, and this is Diana Show. I'll be discussing and talking to you about variety and different subjects, but the goal will always be is to make our life better, nicer, and happier for us and everybody around us. I'll learn from you, and you'll learn from me. And I hope I live up to your expectation. Let's go. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing the disciplined routine, the necessity and the importance of having a routine in your life. We grew up now. We have nobody to wake us up. We have nobody to plan our meals. We have nobody to tell us do this and don't do that. Make sure to eat your food, to eat your vegetables. You have to follow your goals. You have to read a book. Nobody's there to tell us. We are 100% responsible for our choices, for our habits, for our everyday tasks. Nobody's come to save you. Nobody is come to change your life. It's your responsibility and your choice as an adult. Routine is crucial for your success. It has so many benefits. The very first one is you create a clear space in your head from making small, tiny decisions every single day. So you don't struggle with decisions fatigue. You don't have to think about what you have to wear tomorrow. You don't have to think about what you're going to eat tomorrow. You don't have to think if you're going to exercise or not, or what time. You don't have to think if you're going to read this book. You don't have to think if you're going to take this course. You don't have to think or make up your mind about if you're going to work on this project or not. Your day is planned. You know what you have to do. These decisions are already pre-planned at the beginning of the week or beginning of the month, and on and on and on. So when you have this set of times every single day on what to do, you clear space in your head. If you notice that Steve Jobs, may he rest in peace, and Mark Zuckerberg, they wear the same clothes every day. Steve Jobs was known for his iconic turtle black neck and jeans. Every single time that was Steve Jobs. He doesn't have to think about what he has to wear. A mother, when she plans her kids' meals, she knows exactly what they're going to be taking for food, what they're going to be eating, what time they have to go to practice, what they have to do, what they don't have to do. She has a routine every single day, and that's what keeps her sanity. The second thing, you have a clear idea about how your future will be, and you have a clear control about how you're going to make this future. When you know what are you aiming for, let's say you want to achieve a certain body image. You want to reach a certain health goal. In order for you to reach that, you have to have a routine. You cannot wake up every single day. You know what? I'll see how things goes and I'll figure it out. That doesn't work. Spontaneity is fantastic and it's beautiful for creativity, but we're going to touch on that later on. It does not work on achieving your goals. You have to know what you're doing. You have to know where you're going and the steps that you have to take. Therefore, knowing the steps, embedding it into your routine, that will help you get there faster and in a better and more efficient way. The third thing, routine is crucial for women. When a woman has a routine, that will be part of her masculine energy taking over. Masculine energy basically is responsible for planning, achieving, and executing. When woman already knows what she has to do at what time, she is in her masculine energy. She's going bum, 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 bum through her to-do list, which creates space for her feminine energy to flourish and to create and to bring the best in it. Because she doesn't have to make plans. Feminine energy is not there to make plans. It's not there to execute. It's the to be energy. The masculine energy is the to-do energy. So the to-do energy that you do at certain time of your day allows you and create the space for you to be in your to-be energy. You can create. You can do self-care. You can enjoy yourself. You can relax. You are not stressed out. You're not pressured to plan and to execute every single moment of the day. Your day is planned. You know what time you're going to wake up. You know what you're going to do when you wake up. You know what you're going to wear. You know what you're going to eat. You know your tasks for the day. This has been taken care of. Creates a space for creativity, for me to be. The fourth point, routine is like your compound interest. Every 1% that you do today, at the end of the goal, it's going to bring you what you want to. It's like little drops of water goes over a rock, drop by drop. Before you know it, it shatters that rock. Therefore, when you do that 1% every day, the 1% become 2%, the 2% become 4%, the 4% become 8%, on and on and on and on. You are building a resilience, you are building a character. Which takes me to the last point. Having a routine increase your self-confidence. Because here's the thing, if you are a person who plans things and doesn't follow through, that's why discipline and routine are crucial together. The effectiveness of your routine is very important to your goal. Because here's the thing, you can have a routine, but it can be useless routine. It can be waking up. Your routine is to wake up at 12 in the afternoon and to eat garbage and then scroll on your phone. That's your routine. But that's not a good routine. You need to have a disciplined, useful, effective routine. And when you have a useful, effective routine, your self-confidence goes up. Because guess what? I said I'm going to go out for a run, and I did. I said I'm going to read this book, and I did. I said I'm going to eat healthy, and I did. I'm the master of my life. I would like to make a point. We're very quick to judge, especially, when you're the outsider and look one person, they should have a better willpower. They have to be motivated. They have to make better choices. They got to do this and this and this. Do you understand how hard it is to break a bad habit and create good habits in your life and make it part of your routine? Every person that sits there on their high place looking down at everybody, they're not doing what they're supposed to do. When it's time to do what you have to do, it's freaking hard. Therefore, every little habit or task that increase your chances of being a better person, of achieving your goals and dreams, increase your confidence. I said I'm going to do something, and I do it. Because people who actually live as, let's see what life will take us, they have no structure. And when you have no structure, you have no clarity. When you have no clarity, you cannot get anywhere. Imagine getting into the car and not knowing where you're going, and you're just driving aimlessly. But you get in the car, you put your seatbelt, that's part of the routine. You check your mirrors, you make sure that everything is good in your dashboard, then you take on and you follow directions. That's your routine. You know where you're going. Routine gives you control. If you don't plan and live your life according to what you want to, I promise you, you are living somebody else's plan and dreams for their benefits, not yours. Therefore, don't go into your day accomplishing somebody else's goal, and making somebody else's dreams come true. It's your responsibility to take care of your dreams, and responsibility to be disciplined about it and to have a routine about it. There's a couple of factors we have to consider big time in creating a routine. The very first one, if you are male or female. Second one is managing energy. We're going to talk about the male and female. The routine that works for men does not work for women. The work day hours that goes from 9 until 5 o'clock does not work for women, because men has a daily rhythm, daily cycle called the circadian rhythm. Their testosterone goes up. It's the highest at the beginning of the day and slowly goes down as the day goes by. Therefore, men can do the same thing every day. They can get up, take a shower, do their bed, do cold plunges, exercises, do all this heavy physical stuff that takes a lot of effort mentally and physically, and they can repeat it the same way the second day. So they can go steady. For women, that does not work. We go through a monthly cycle. What we can do at the very beginning of the month is not the same thing that we can do at the very end of the month. The very beginning of the month, the very first week, the menstrual phase, where women are bleeding on their own period, we are extremely tired. We're literally losing blood, so we have no energy, no motive. You are exhausted. Your body needs rest. This is over. We go into the second phase, follicular phase. The follicular phase is where estrogen start goes high. And as estrogen start goes high, you can create. You can have great ideas. You can start projects. The third one is ovulation, which is fantastic for social interaction. You are a social butterfly. You're the Beyonce. You're the star of the whole month. You can go and joke and have a conversation with anybody effortlessly. Go into the fourth week, which is the luteal phase. PMS You are not as energetic as you were the week or the 2 weeks before. You're getting tired. So at this time, you start finishing what you started in your follicular phase and what you keep going on during the ovulation phase and into the luteal phase. We are exhausted at that time. We need a lot of rest. Sometimes our brain is not braining. We do stupid things. Extremely hungry. If anybody talks to me around that time, I'm about to bite their heads off. I have no filter whatsoever. Whatever, I let go and I don't pay attention during my follicular and my ovulation phase. I am so bitchy about it in my luteal phase. Nothing passes by me. I'm not as forgiving. I'm not as nice because at that time your estrogen level is dropping. The progesterone is dropping, body's bloated, you're hurting, aching, tired, you want to sleep all the time, you are antisocial, you don't want to talk to anybody. So therefore, it's a good idea to finish what you started at the very beginning. And these are the 4 weeks. That's why women cannot do the 9 to 5. It's unfair for their body, for their biology. To start off, to have a day that started at 9, finish at 5, that's stupid. Actually, they found out that after 4 hours, you're not as creative anymore. You're just wasting time. And you're exhausting yourself for no reason whatsoever. But at the same time, women cannot do the same thing every single day. They can do the same thing every single month at a specific time of the month, but not every single day. Therefore, for women, it's very important to plan a routine that works for you at every week at the beginning of the month, or even at the beginning of the week. You know exactly how the week is going to look like based on your menstrual cycle, and that's how you go. For men, it's fine. They can do the same thing every single day. We'll be talking about cycle management on a completely different episode. We'll go a lot more deeper. We're going to be, discussing a lot more. But I just want you to understand something very, very well because we fall in that trap all the time. We feel guilty that we didn't do what we had to do. We didn't accomplish the things that we said we need to accomplish. Or we didn't finish. Your body needs rest. Work with your body, not against it. You have every phase for a reason. So maximize and capitalize on the power points of it and try to work around its weak points. Therefore, always schedule nice meetings, heavy meetings. If you're going to talk to somebody, if you're going to be socializing during your ovulation phase, and if you're going to be starting a project that's going to be in follicular phase, do not overwhelm yourself during your menstrual phase and your luteal phase. It's going to take a lot of effort and you're not going to have as good results as you would in the 2 weeks in the middle. Also, you got to consider routines are flexible. We're not in the military. Our body changes. We grow. What used to work a long time ago doesn't work now. Whatever you ate a while ago your body might reject it now. So you have to take that in consideration. Always work with your body. Our bodies changes. Listen to it. Listen to your needs. If it needs sleep, if it needs certain nutrition, if it needs certain exercises, if your brain needs certain things to stimulate it, work with that. Nothing is set on stone. Nothing has to be as everybody else. It's not one size fits all. Routine works for you. Also, you have to consider the energy management. We don't do time management anymore. That's very outdated. It's long time. It doesn't work for everybody. You have to work with your energy. A lot of people can be very, very productive at night and they're not in the morning. Some other works in the morning and cannot work at night. Imagine the person that's very productive at night, you have to wake up 5 o'clock in the morning. He's going to be so tired and nothing useful is going to come out of him. Therefore, it's very important to do an audit for your energy. This is actually a tip from a book called Power of Full Engagement. Audit your energy throughout the month. See where it's your peak and where you're lowest. And assign your task, daily routinely task, based on that. You know what can you do mentally at what time, and you know what you can do physically at what time. Because sometimes if your brain capacity and your brain effectiveness at its highest in the morning, so you finish whatever needs creativity and whatever needs a lot of mental bandwidth in the morning, and after that you do the mundane activities that takes a little bit of a physical bandwidth where you don't have to use your brain much. As we say again, for men, you can go steady. In the morning, you can do your work, you can do your exercises. Midday, you can do routinely things. And the end of the day, you can relax. For women, you must plan according to your phase. You have to know where you are at in your cycle so you can get the max out of its benefit. Understand something, and this is very important. Our day is 24 hours. We all have the same 24 hours. Every loser and every successful, every rich and every poor, we all have the same 24 hours. We all have the same 7 days. We all have the same 30 or 31 days in the month. The only difference that people get what they want to because they have a strict non-negotiable routine. You cannot get in between in them and the routine. They know exactly what they're aiming for and what are they going for, and therefore they are so strict about what they have to do every day. Every little thing that you do every day builds up for your future self. Your future self is going to thank you for your discipline and for your useful routine at that time, for getting it where it needed to get. So always remember that we all have the same 24 hours. Time is money, and the time is gone. You can't get it back. So you have to use it carefully. You cannot just wake up and say, you know what? Let's see how the day will take me. That's a recipe for disaster. You're not going to get anywhere. Your day is going to pass by. You're going to feel that you're busy. You are making small, stupid decisions, and you're not going to even move the needle, not even 0.01%, because it's not structured. You don't know exactly what you're doing. And understand something. If you're not living your dream life, you're living somebody else's dream life. Somebody who has a routine, somebody who has a discipline, somebody that knows every day what they're going to do from the night before. I hope you liked the episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. And whoever stayed with me until the very end, I understand it's not the very most exciting subject, but I thank you very much for staying until the end. And if you liked it, please like, subscribe, and share, and activate the bell so you can see whatever comes on whatever I post. And I'll see you next time.